We're started.
So, where we last left off, everybody kind of had their interactions. Luca gave off food and whatnot, and you guys kind of settled in. You don't have to worry about nothing. Currently, you're in the equivalent of like a shopping district waiting for your next quest.
Persona
We're in
vibes.
the hub world.
Yeah, you're waiting for the timer to go down to see if you're expelled or not.
I deserve that.
Spoiler, you beat the castle, you're fine. Um,
I deserve that.
yes, you did. Um, so I won't move the tokens right now because I got to finish typing something. But I will say you guys have a long rest, your spells and whatnot. If you have cast any replenished health back to 100, and it is around a new day. So, what would everybody be doing? And we'll start with Cade.
What would I be doing?
Yes.
Mm, what time of day is it?
About
Day, quote unquote.
uh, it's about it's not early like the sun's just rising kind of time frame. It's that in between out brunch. It's essentially brunch time frame. Just
Mimosa. No.
before, yeah, just after breakfast, just before lunch.
Sorry, mimosa. I want a mimosa. Oh yeah. Brunch is happening.
So you're getting brunch, my man?
Yeah.
Okay. Second breakfast, as the Southerner says, which is the god honest truth.
I know this isn't my scene, but I just heard the very sudden snap of a head turn and going, "Are you trying to escape me, boy?" to Julius from Luca. Listen.
Oh.
It's happening
It's
now.
okay. Cade's having brunch. Is there anything like in particular that catches your fancy for this brunch?
Nothing. No.
Get a mimosa. Treat yourself.
Well, that's what. Yeah, mimosa. I'll offset because it's unspoken. It's just a mimosa and another
Wait,
one.
so you're having a
Nope.
mimosa
Just.
for brunch, essentially.
So dumb.
It is dumb, but I'm allowing it. So you have a mimosa. Go ahead and you enjoy that mimosa. Where are you sitting? Are you not moving from where you are?
The big table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a general perception check then, man. Advantage.
Whoop. Not do that. There. That. Oh, okay. But
Did anybody else just hear, how could this happen to me in your minds? No, just me?
Always.
Okay.
oh, it combined them both. That I think.
I hear
Yeah.
it because of you, Kuri.
Fair. Very fair. Well, you're fine. It's a low DC, my man. You just need to roll like a 5 and you would have gotten it. So you do see Gerald. He's sitting at a table and he has a small bruise that's not so small on his face as he is just softly eating eggs across at another table.
But bruise. That is not that. That is a big bruise.
It's a lot. It's like very prominent, but you can clearly see it's been like uh it's more or less been healed already.
This is a. Okay. Uh. Why? I don't know why this is relevant information.
Just, stuff around you, man.
Okay.
Uh so you wrap up your mimosa.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to do after you eat?
Yeah. Don't trying to know if where the fucking Viv, Lex, and Rihanna. Yeah.
The last you saw, you noticed Noir was heading downstairs and he's never far off from at least Viv. So
I guess
you
I'll
you
head
get the
there.
general feel like if you just follow him, you'll find him. You'll
Yeah.
find who you're looking for.
There. Yeah. Spot Noir. Whoa.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Noir.
What you doing?
I'm looking for Viv and yeah, the other Lex and fucking Rihanna. Damn it. Jesus.
Mom and Pa are in there having a talk with, I think my brother and his wife. I don't know what their relationship is. I've just been told he's my brother.
Uh, I'm sure you'll find out soon.
Yeah.
I hope. I hope. I hope you get. Yeah.
And he just gives you like a tiny thumbs up and then immediately goes back to tinkering with something.
Whoa.
Uh, you stop outside the door and you do hear
Patches.
some interactions happening. One of which is immediately you can hear a muffled version of Smoker's voice, followed by Lex and Ray. And then what sounds like a loud slam before Viv pipes up a little bit. You make as long as you roll above like a 12 on this insight, you can understand what they're saying.
Okay.
Pick two people in that room to hear. Since you rolled about half of it, I'll allow you to pick about I'll let you pick two people, and you'll be able to hear what they're saying.
I
The rest
guess
of them seem to be
Viv and Lex. Sure.
Lex seems to be protesting to Viv. Don't knock it just yet, V. Ray's got a good idea, okay? Her Majesty, it's not that too far of a plan. It worked for Smoker. And you can hear a very angry Viv responding, it worked for Smoker. Y'all don't know the lengths of how dumb that is. The answer is no. We don't even have everything to do what y'all are thinking about doing. Like trying to turn a TV on with the fucking toilet paper is what you're trying to achieve right now. Viv, you don't gotta be that mean about it. From what you can hear, clearly Viv is putting her foot down on something, and Lex is trying to be more or less a mediator between the two others in the room with Viv.
Guess it's just time to go in.
You just go in.
Yeah, open door. Open sesame.
You go to open the door. It's locked, and then after like 3 seconds, the door opens, and it's like a hand around the thing, and you see Smoker just kind of peek out. What you want?
I have, I guess, some information and a question.
Oh, okay. And like he kind of takes a step out, like closing the door behind him. Listen, in there's kind of a rough subject. I don't. If you want to tag along in there, you can. If you believe something can help in this conversation, but just be warned, it's kind of heavy.
Okay.
Okay. And he gives you like an awkward pat on the shoulder, like someone. It's very much the kind of reaction of someone who's clearly going through like a certain type of management doing better with like his fucking 5-month chip. He's learning to be normal again. But you come inside and you see Lex leaned up against a wall, Ray sitting on the edge of the table, and Viv just sitting sort of at the end of the table, more or less massaging her brows because she doesn't want to get angry, but it's just a vocal response. Aaron and Nini, would you two mind helping me out in this next scene?
Sure thing.
Okay. I will clarify to everyone in here, this is going to be pure improv. Whatever crazy shit comes out of these two, Cayde included, I fucking have no control over.
When do you ever have control over me?
Fair enough.
You know, like Designan.
Stop it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Cayde,
You know, like, yeah.
Fuck you, Cayde. You did not just slowly do the same thing.
I didn't. I said, yeah.
Oh, I thought you did the, yeah.
No.
You get that text later. But no, yeah, you come in and you immediately see, just off the bat, no check needed. Things are a bit tense between everybody as Rayana has this smile like, I'm gonna be as nice as I can, but remember, bitch, I'm a politician. I will talk my way out of anything. Smoker is in between everybody because he's literally just like, please don't raise y'all's voices too much, please. It is almost brunch.
You know, he was worried me whether I could handle it. Can he handle it?
He can handle it, but it's just gonna be like mentally exhausting.
Yeah.
How are Lex and Viv doing? Aaron, go ahead.
Lex has the look of someone who has had this conversation countless times before and is just exhaustedly trying not to get emotional for whatever reason.
Viv?
Vivian, after a moment, shoves a little bit further away from the table and takes out a cigarette as she props her feet up on the table.
So what's the serious conversation topic?
Oh, I don't know. A pair of dumbasses want to do something supremely dumb. You tell me.
Ray
Dumbass
speak.
number one and dumbass number two.
Ray speaks
God.
up. I'll let that one slide because I am asking something pretty heavy of you, and I know you're being upset about it.
Mm.
I've heard about what Vivian did for Simon. I was simply asking if it could be done for my husband, Arthur.
You know how tough of an
And the
ask that is.
and
But
the answer is no. And Vivian just leans back in the chair and lights her cigarette.
the moment it's lit, the smoke itself that it gives off puts it out. And there's just like someone immediately, Smoker takes his glasses off and just his cigarette is in his mouth with that kind of look of don't you dare.
Vivian just flips him off.
I don't know why it's a no. You haven't explained why it's a no. You did it for Simon. At the point,
Oh yeah.
Simon kind of pipes up. It's difficult circumstances.
Vivian grumbling while she goes to light the cigarette again. Yeah, difficult circumstances, my fucking right foot and left butt cheek. Damn it.
Anyways, if it's so difficult, how did you do it the first time? Was it a fluke?
Maybe.
Or do you not?
Just legs.
Immediately, Lex gets that I'm now your boss look from Ray.
Just the.
It-
I feel like it's just ineffective at this moment because it's mom and dad in the room.
How dare you?
He he does get a amused raised eyebrow from Viv.
Look, we don't. It's Viv. We don't know any reasoning aside from maybe it just makes Viv uncomfortable. I don't I don't know. And maybe it's just destined, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, it ain't
Lex.
destined. It is destined to
Vivian.
fuck something up.
Vivian.
What?
Hold. Do me a favor, lovely. Hold your tongue for a moment. Cayde, you had
Fine,
something you
fuck.
wanted to say?
Yeah. Well, first I gotta show this. Pulls out the heart.
The moment you pull out the heart, you hear glasses hit the ground and crack a little bit as Smoker just has fully dropped his glasses. Ray is like, what the fuck is that? Why do you have a heart? Viv and Lex, you immediately can put two to two together and understand what's happening, what that is, whose that belongs to.
Fucking
Uh,
melt emoji.
Where in the
the
fuck?
The last place we were. A thing I don't know exactly what it is, so we'll call it a lingering will. Anyway, yeah, like a lingering will of Arthur kind of entrusted me with this.
The moment you
a
say
cigarette hits the floor.
the moment you say a lingering will of Arthur, that's about the time that Ray finally puts two and two together and realizes that's her husband's heart. Now we can do it, right? We have his heart. No, okay. Damn, boy. You've been holding on to that since you got back, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay. You better take a seat. You're now part of this.
I assumed that was gonna happen. That was the point of me coming here. Yeah.
Vivian glares at Smoker and goes, I'm having that cigarette now.
Go ahead, I need my own.
Thank you. God, shit, fuck. And she puts her head in her hands as she actually sits up properly before lighting a cigarette.
How? I thought his heart was broken. How'd a lingering will get it to you?
I don't know. That's why I was also going to ask if some information on someone who could do that. Because
Viv
we saw we could that someone made this, did this.
Someone.
Vivian freezes the cigarette halfway to her mouth. Oh, that
Hey,
goddamn rat bastard.
hey, what you know?
A few pieces that are moving across the board a little too fast.
Okay. At this point, Cade, are you paying attention to the heart at all?
Yeah.
You do notice a hand from Ray start kind of reaching over to touch it a little bit. And it is a very shaky, like, if you want like an in-depth description, you can get one with a small roll, just like a dead D20 roll. But you can just tell like she's slowly reaching over to try and like at least touch it or hold it.
Sure.
Uncertain at the moment.
Wow.
Rip.
Nope. Uh, just nope. You just see a wife reaching for her husband's heart, and you remember, fuck, she's probably missed him the most. To your immediate knowledge, at least.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ugh.
Do you want to hold for a while?
Yes, and she gently holds the heart as she kind of holds it a little bit close to her, and you do see a sweet scene where you can see her holding it to her chest, and it does sort of start to pulse again, like it's beating, as if it's connecting with someone. But it is not actually connecting, it's more romantically speaking, connecting with them.
How much is Cade paying attention?
Just in general, I'm assuming a lot.
Because of how I'm assuming Cade is facing more towards Rihanna after that scene and away from Viv and Lex, presumably,
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
he just hears the sound of someone sliding down the wall and just sitting on the floor. Heavily. In full armor, no less.
Vivian blows some smoke into the room. You two got one major tree to write up with a goddamn rabbit after this.
Oh, god damn it. And that's about when Smoker pipes up. You don't mean the fucking king did this, do you?
He'd be the only one that has that kind of power.
God damn, I don't want to see that bastard again.
Too bad for you.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
Yeah,
you feel like a hand on your shoulder again. Did it come to you or did you find it?
it came to me.
V, we got one part, we just need the other, and we could do it.
That still means there's gonna be some backlash. And you know it as well as I do.
V, why are you preaching to me? I'm the one person in this room outside of you, hell, even more than you, that knows just how damn well side effects can affect you.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back from the dead ain't easy. It hurts. Always. If your will ain't strong enough, you ain't coming back. But I know Arthur. Alexa described him from the stories I've heard from Her Majesty here. That boy's got enough will.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone in this room has enough will to do it, I'm sure he does. Even though, but this is all extrapolating from memories of Cadence.
Do you openly say Cadence? Like,
Ooh,
from the memories
yeah.
of Cadence?
Yeah.
You just get a slow stare from Rihanna, and I imagine Lex just kind of like peeks up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know Cadence?
Was not anymore Cadence. Me.
Oh fuck, you're his nobody.
Uh, not anymore, technically.
You became a somebody?
Yeah.
Well,
And there's
huh.
also my chateau, if you would like to do anything.
I'm good. I just, you know, I guess you're your own person. You wouldn't look like Arthur, would you?
I mean, I did this weird thing where I changed physically.
Oh,
Uh, I now look closer to Tristan.
right,
Who,
right. Tristan took you under his wing, didn't he?
yeah,
Got a question about that. And this is off topic, and I'm so sorry, Madame Vivian, but is it true he actually adopted you?
legally, yes.
Hmm. How about that?
Yeah, so does my shadow feel like doing anything? No?
Your shadow just feels like very. You ever since you've gotten a hold of the heart, your shadow's kind of just been like, kind of wobbly emotions. Like, I'm happy, sad. I don't want to be prominent, but more or less, if you need my counsel, I will be there. But for the time being, it's like crashing your own funeral, man. It's weird.
If anybody would.
Shut.
Smoker
Yeah.
would too. I'm allowed to bully that man. He's my dad.
Yes, but I'm trying to hear Cade.
Okay, fucking, you stay in there, I guess.
It's it's the most fucking depressing thumbs up from your shadow. Uh, but around this point, as everybody's kind of like winding down in excitement, Smoker does kind of draw y'all's attention. All right, listen up. We may have a piece of him, but we need the other half. There's nobody. We need to find it. If we're gonna bring him back, we need his body. Whether it's buried or, it's nobody's running around somewhere, we don't know. Then we could bring him back. But coming back ain't. You see, like a face, like his face kind of contorts a bit as he leans back again. Sometimes coming back ain't always the best. It hurts. It doesn't feel right. You're not whole anymore. You're different. He waits for, as he kind of waits for you guys to digest that, see if you have any questions, he starts to continue.
Yes,
For
Cade.
starters, ooh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
No. I was gonna be sarcastic. Like, yes, Cade has questions about dying.
How dare you? But Smoker Simon speaks up and goes, for starters, you can't wield any keyblade but the one you died with. And even that's stuck in a weird state. He just pulls out the cigarette in his mouth. This is my keyblade. It's been my keyblade for up to God knows how long now. You can't desummoning. You can't stop it. The drain on your stamina is constant. You're gonna feel sluggish, tired. You don't feel right. And when I got brought back, I was just dead. And I feel like you can see he's starting to struggle a bit. Half of me's gone. I ain't got a shadow no more. No heartless. No nobody. I die, that's it, I'm gone. I'm a walking anomaly, and that will happen to Arthur. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He could be the first Grandmaster himself. He'd still come back fucked up. You have one more chance. That's it. You come back from this kind of death, you don't get a third chance. And that's not even bringing up the deformities and everything else wrong with you that'll happen.
Lex stands up after having listened to all of this in relative silence. Though I'm pretty sure Viv, of all people, understands the nobody silence of retaining information. And just, I, I think I need a breather for a second. Right? Yeah. And just walks out.
Vivian watches him leave, leaving her head leaned on her hands. This ain't no friendly exercise, ma'am. Yeah, he's giving you a trick to get him back. But the second you get Arthur back, it's also a confirmation if I'm still here, too.
Say that again, you did kind of get muffled.
This is a twofold thing, ma'am. He gave you a way to get him back. A way into a treaty? Sure. But also it's a confirmation that I'm still alive as well. So be careful with that information, depending on who's deciding to hide or keep tabs.
Ray kind of speaks up. Arthur. Arthur is. Arthur is the strongest man I know. We met because he awakened his Keyblade and then marched towards the kingdom's side. He wanted to talk about their surrender, peaceful. Our side, just laying down our weapons so no one had to get hurt until the war had come to an end. I was tasked to slit his throat while he talked.
Yeah, he's a real idiot. You chose a good one.
Nobody can. Vivian, you know this. No one can see me if I don't want them to. My keyblade alters perception. Day that man walked into the commander's tent, the general's office. Took 3 seconds before he looked me dead in the eyes. Threw a punch at me, but missed on purpose. You know what he said? Can't hurt a pretty lady on this fine a day. And then accepted his arresting. And as he broke out, he gave me a chance to leave with him. Fight with him. Because I was not an assassin to him. I was not a monster to him. He saw hope in me. That I could be kind. That I could be good. The world is missing the kindness and the good nature of that man right now because others have fucked with this damn thing we call fate. If we can bring him back, shouldn't we? I don't.
Vivian narrows her eyes and just cuts off. And what? Let him play martyr again?
No. No, it would not be the same as last time. I would not leave his side again.
And what makes you think you can stop him? 'Cause he's a damn idiot just as much as my brother was. As many people as had good hearts that we know of, every single one runs towards their death. What makes you think it's worth it?
I have faith.
Oh, faith, trust, and pixie dust mess? And how far has that
Faith.
gotten you?
No, I have faith, trust, and a can of whoop ass for anyone who tries to change it again.
You're
I
gonna
don't
have to prove
know.
that to me.
She cuts Viv off this time. I don't know how Gray passed. I don't know what he did that has you this pessimistic, but I assure you, I will not let Arthur befall the same fate. Around that point, Cade,
Yeah.
give me a survival check, my man.
Okay. Da-da-da. Not bad.
You know that feeling you get where something is said and then you can feel the very air in the room?
Yeah.
You feel the air. You couldn't cut it with a knife because it's that thick. And then it just kind of sits for a bit. Foray stands up. I'm sorry if I was rude earlier, but if you do not want to aid us, simply give us the way how, and we will do it ourselves. And she starts to walk towards the door. Kate, she has not returned the heart yet.
Ain't the point, Your Highness. If you want how this works, you're gonna have to prove you're ready for it. Prove you mean your words.
She turns to you, Viv. And how do I prove that when you don't give a chance to try?
Plenty of chances. But I ain't trust nobility no more. Words are cheap. So you're gonna have to show me with action.
Remember, Vivian, I was a killer long before I was a noble. We are not that different. And that's
Hmm.
about the point where Smoker does step in between and kind of looks past Ray towards Lex. Why don't you go take her to cool her head off? And, Her Majesty, I'll be taking that heart back, please. It is Arthur's. I will hold on to it.
Return it.
It's
No,
Cayde.
no. Neither of you will. I will because it was entrusted to me.
Oh, that's literally what Smoker said.
No, it was entrusted. No, that's not what he said. He said, "I will take care of it." No,
He's- When he
Smoker would take care of it.
when she replied,
Ah,
"It belongs to me," Smoker said, "It belongs to Cayde."
I did not hear that. I heard that he would take care of it.
No, he fully vouched for you.
Okay, cool.
At this point, it is that kind of moment where Ray is holding it, fully looking into Simon's eyes, hands you the heart gently. And she begins to walk off.
Mm.
And like as she's walking, you just hear Noir, "Hi, Miss Lady. Bye, Miss Lady."
Lex has not moved, and for someone who is supposed to be a bodyguard, shows a lot of trust in this vessel. And he stands at the door and kind of gives a half-cocked grin, nervous almost, and goes, "For what it's worth, he puts a lot of faith and trust in idiot-minded things, into people he believes are worthy. He did for me, after all, so I have faith in you." To Cade.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And steps aside for a moment and gestures for Cade to head out.
Fuck it. I'm just getting out of the room. I don't know. I hate these squares.
I hate them too, man. I need to sit down and fix them at one point, but fixing them will it messes up with the ones on the other end as well, which is the issue. But as you do leave, you do kind of get the feeling that Smoker was no longer standing behind you as you left.
Lex steps back inside and leans against the side of the wall next to the door and goes, "For what it's worth, I think it's a dumb idea." And his voice shakes as he says it, both of them knowing full well how much it would mean to have Arthur back. "I think it's
Dumb
stupid."
idea. Dumb idea as it may be, are you against it?
"I don't know. I know it's stupid, but
It's very stupid.
I'd really like to have my best friend back. I
I
just
think
don't want him to be in pain the entire time he's here."
I agree with her on some points, but Her Majesty's got a couple good angles, yeah, but the way she's going about it is a love-struck, grief-stricken widow. She's not thinking about what would happen to others. She's focusing on how to get him back more than what it would mean to have him back.
I can talk to her, but not right now. I
Yeah, let her cool her head.
Angle's all wrong. If the connection's not there, won't work.
You know we're
I
probably gonna. Go on,
I
boy.
I it's I don't know if it's worth it. I don't. I really don't. Everything.
Vivian looks up. Legs.
Yeah.
What do you feel like whenever you're at his side? Tell me true.
Not invincible, but like nothing could go wrong, even if I know it will. It doesn't feel perfect, but as close as it can get. And I haven't felt the same since he's been gone.
Hey, do you think he chose the life he wanted or the life he needed to have?
Are you saying this to the people inside?
To Lex specifically.
Oof. You know, I think we talked about that once. Neither of us chose the life we wanted, but we had each other.
Then why not try to give him the life he wanted?
Viv probably sees it first, but the almost childlike glint of mischief, the one that hasn't been seen for years.
Vivian smirks. So I got the same question for you. If I challenge you, are you gonna meet it? Or are you gonna run away in anger?
Everything I've got, Viv. Everything I've got.
Viv's smirk widens into a grin. There we go. That's the answer I'm looking for.
Scared as hell,
He looks
beaten
up.
to shit, but everything I've got.
She looks over towards Smoker. If we only had the other one.
Okay, come here.
Eh,
You said his lingering will found you, right?
most accurate, yes.
You think if we could get a clock in on where his nobody might be, you think you could do the same?
I could give it. I can do my very best.
All we ask of you. And Smoker kind of stands up, takes a deep breath, and then goes, "So, we do gotta do a dumb thing then now, don't we?" And looks over at Viv.
Only the dumbest.
Well, yeah, okay. Thank you, Cayde.
No one look at my
And then I
Spotify right
show.
now, I apologize.
Villain by Wildfire. Nice. Smoker does go, "Thank you, Cayde. You've helped more than you realize."
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna go find the other one.
Yeah, probably the best. Be careful with her, though. She might be fucking crazy.
I feel like Lex is just the fucking melt emoji right now.
As Cayde starts making his way up the stairs, Smoker does go, "Oh, fuck, we probably should have told him to be careful. She might be, using her ability right now, wouldn't she?"
Yeah.
will. It'll be fine.
He's
He's
smart.
got it.
He's smart.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. Should be fine.
I am going to lay on the ground now. Thank you. And just proceeds to literally lay on the ground.
Liv just starts cackling. Oh,
Like,
come on, Lex. We ain't done yet. You ain't even started this one.
no,
You just heard
please.
about it.
Hold on. I hear something. And then immediately there's just out from the doorway a small foot kind of taps the side of Lex's head. Like, did he die?
I wish.
Ah,
Not yet.
zombie kick.
Oh,
But
Looks directly at Smoker and goes, I'm the zombie, huh?
gosh, okay, you do clearly see, like, you can clearly hear her kind of. It's that same kind of rant someone gives when they're angry at a parent, so they go behind closed doors, just go kind of like chew them out, but don't raise their voice too loud. You can kind of hear that echoing down the halls, distorted and whatnot.
But I obviously don't see anything, right?
Oh, you see nothing.
Yeah. So in Kay's mind, he's probably like, "Oh, she's doing the thing that I do, where I just disappear for no reason." Well, she has a reason, but I just disappear.
Yep. So in your mind, at the moment, you fully think, "Oh, she's just invisible right now." Okay, so she just doesn't want to be seen. What do you do with that presumption?
What do I do with that presumption? Damn. What's the I wish I knew more about this character so I could have an angle.
Rihanna?
Yeah.
That's fair.
She is a public figure. You could roll history.
Oh,
Yes,
that
yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll history if you want to. I'll say with advantage, given your backstory. Double 15s.
It's a 28.
It- yeah. Uh, for as much of a public figure as she is, her tendencies are very cut and dry from what others claim to know about her. Because a lot of what people say are her tendencies are literally just like, oh, that's just a queen's duty. But you do remember, because of your time with Tristan, sometimes you got to see behind the little peek behind the curtain, so to speak. And you saw how she really could be, which was someone who was a bit spoiled, a bit kind of like not used to be living like a normal individual. So whenever she got the chance to relax, she relaxed. She would often kind of distort the area around her in her little spoiled fits, and you can kind of see that distortion leading down the hall due to her Keyblade's ability with perception. Uh, one of the things that you do remember is that as much of a spoiled person as she was still the kindest you could see. A lot of her actions, though misguided in their reasoning, she always did her best to do some good. More often than not, that led to her going like, this can't be, this little political point can't go possibly wrong. No, and then Arthur having to make a public apology, going like, "I'm terribly sorry for the incident that occurred. We will do our best to reprimand and repair what has unfolded." Like that kind of individual, if that makes sense.
Mm, yeah.
Yes. So lastly, whenever she was angry, you never saw her angry, but you have heard about her being angry. It was known that she would talk herself tired and then think of a way to do what she wanted to do regardless. But every time that happened, she was normally caught and talked down and talked proper to. She's a very smart individual, yes, but sometimes her mind got ahead of her sense of everything else.
She became narrow-minded.
Yes, thank you for, I couldn't think of the word. She was emotionally driven and narrow-minded if she got excited enough. And at the moment, you can kind of tell this must be what they meant. Her words, the way she talked about everything, it was clearly emotionally driven, and the way she was kind of making excuses of like, it's Arthur, we need to do this, was very narrow-minded talking. With that in mind, as long as someone can, sort of talk her down from doing anything rash, she'll think about it from a different angle. And I will repeat, you clearly see the distortions leading
Yeah.
down the hall.
Um. Damn.
Hmm?
Um.
Do you wish to go talk to her just to
Yeah.
at least talk her down if she's at the point you're worried about?
Uh. I won't say I'm worried. Yeah.
Worried may not be the correct word. I just don't know what word would be the one right now. Okay. So, yeah, you can go down the hall, and she is in the rec room right now.
Then.
You go ahead and as you enter the room, you don't enter the room. You hit a wall, actually.
Was it
You go
locked?
to enter this door, but you end up smacking into this wall. And then you have to sort of do the hands out kind of search for what you're looking for.
Why?
She is altering perception around her.
Oh. Okay. I'll just alter reality around me, and then make a portal.
Okay, you pull out your keyblade and you go to make a portal. Are you aiming to get next to her?
No.
Where are you aiming to go?
Just like right. Like, yeah. What's that? Like right here.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token there. As you are aware of where your portals are, and as you step through, you do hear a huh. The fuck? Give me a second. And eventually the distortions and what it's literally like looking at a Mario Kart map, but it's inverted. Eventually starts to calm down.
Nightmare Rainbow Road.
You're thinking of doing something drastic.
I assure you that's not the case.
Okay, then explain
You-
to me your thought process.
I'm going to wait and let everyone else come to a decision. You immediately feel like from your like from your shadow. That's bullshit.
Yeah. No.
Beg pardon?
That ain't it.
Look, I know you're not Cadence, so I don't understand why you're here. We're not connected.
You're right. There's basically no relationship here. There's. But why should I not?
What are you even worried about?
I'm not.
Why are you here? Why check on me?
Because from the information I've gathered from people, it seems like you would do something not, again, drastic.
Fucking Tristan. Is every moment with him just to teach you how to read people?
No.
I just think it would be better for him to be here.
I don't think it's objectively better, but it could be a good thing.
Then why do they not agree with me? Why fight with me? Why bump heads? What am I saying that's wrong?
I don't think they think you're wrong. I think they have uh they have how do I say this? They're hesitant. They don't like their your reason for doing this.
She is attempting to come up with like a response to that. I just we have his heart. It's with you. All we would need is his nobody. Have Arthur back. He could help in our fight against whatever the hell this thing is. Just around that point, you kind of realize she doesn't fully know about Blight.
I don't think I want to. Well, see right there. That's the problem there. You've been thinking about. Have you thought about him? Like actually, of how he feels about it. He would feel about it.
I don't know how he feels. He's not here.
But you were pretty close to him.
Yes, of course. I love him. He's my husband. I know more about him than I know about me.
And you should have an inkling of what he would want. But even then,
I just.
it's okay. It's fair to want him back. That's valid. It's not fair to just completely, like, completely ignore how he would might feel about that.
Just. This is around the time Arthur would say some dramatic speech just to make a point.
Well, I'm not, I'm not him, and I'm certainly not kids. So I'm the best you got right now.
I. I can't begin to describe how this feels. The man who dragged me out of the darkness is gone because of something he told me not to worry about, that he and Tristan would handle, and look at them now. They're gone, they're dead, and I get a chance to bring them back. I find out Vivian's done this for Simon. Just push back on it, and I just hate that you have a point.
You have to think about this in another way. Instead of just bringing him back to bring him back and having him fight a battle that get him uh hurt, why not, you know, have uh instead of a king fighting a battle, give him a different a choice.
So I should give my dead husband a choice on if he wants to come back.
Not that, no. If you were to bring him back, not just
Sorry, I just. At that point, you realize she's very much just, like, kind of reeling in her emotions, like, finally kind of calming down a bit. If. I don't even know what to offer him. He was. He was sunshine. Don't know how to ask what to be, what sunshine wants to be outside of itself.
hmm,
I don't even know what's fucking happening. I know I'm supposed to follow this gloom. I know about the gloom and whatnot, but Lex won't let me. Lex says it's too dangerous to learn further about blight and all this other stuff that you kids, you're fucking basically kids, are fighting with. I don't know what Arthur would want. I don't know what to ask him, what he could do without everything happening. Those are things I should probably ask him. If it's time for him to come back. I do not believe I would make the right decision anymore.
I mean, it's probably not a right one here. It's just whatever you feel is right.
How do you do it?
What do you mean?
Go day by day, fight after fight with this. Continue forward no matter what's happened. Oh, 1 second. Time for Jeopardy noises. Do 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 do.
Hey, Kuri.
Yep, what's up?
I want you to know that Lex was literally over here like, I'm not gonna roast my boss. She'll get me right back in like 2.5 seconds, and that's on a bad day.
And then immediately she says something that just gets Lex to go, boy. This
Sorry.
woman. Yeah, what's up?
I was asked the question.
Okay.
Oh, I couldn't hear any of that.
Oh, we were just rambling.
No,
Uh,
before.
she basically alluded to not knowing how to answer it. How to answer the questions you're giving, but knowing that Arthur would have the answers, but
Right,
he's not here.
and then she asked me how do I do it, and I didn't hear that.
That. She asked, how do you go day by day with everything that goes on, the fights, all this, and still keep moving towards tomorrow?
See, I didn't really get a choice, and a lot of people on here didn't, and neither did Arthur. We just kind of keep trucking on.
You didn't. What do you mean you didn't get a choice?
I mean, like how I'm not Cadence anymore. How how like what
Take your time, because you have her full attention right now.
we were just given. Goddamn. Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Um. Damn it! I lost my train of thought.
We were given.
Oh yeah, we were just put. We were each of us were just put in a situation without any question of what we wanted, and it's just kind of screwed us up. I was turned. My heart was shattered. Uh, Halo was asleep for 300 years.
When?
Ren was not Ren. What the fuck? Aaron was.
Saying the player names, not the character.
I know. I They're eluding me right now. I'm sorry. Uh,
It's fine.
Aaron was tested on, and there was also Ace and Axel. There wasn't much choice involved. We were put in a situation. uh, We've tried to make the best of it.
Have you?
Uh, we're still trying. There's still issues. They are not just gonna be cured 100%.
So even though you go through all this bullshit, you will just move on because you have to?
It's better than just staying there and wallowing.
She does not. I never expected her to react shocked, but you just shocked her, my dude. Called her out like it was just a fucking thing. Damn. Okay.
Rare insult time.
Full on just said your breath smells like you don't clean out your fridge. Damn. Okay. Huh. Yeah, no. She fucking kind of looks at you like she should be offended. And then like goes to argue back. But I imagine Cade just gives like the really? Go ahead and try. Look.
Kate strikes me as the sort to just give the blank look that has no words behind it of just don't kind of energy.
If you feel that's the right move, try your luck, Buttercup.
It's a gambler.
Okay.
What do you expect?
Fair. Uh, with that, Cade, you are now very like sure she's not going to do anything. She's more or less reeling from the fact that somebody she viewed almost as a kid just looked her dead in her fucking soul, told her to quit it, and she doesn't have a proper argument with that. With that, Cade, is there anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I think that's it.
He said, I
Y-
think that's it.
That's it?
yes.
Okay. She remains more or less just like docile as you've given her something to think about. You did not make any bad point in that conversation, and I will safely tell you every argument you gave her was a damn good one. Please place your token wherever you would like to relax.
Where would I like to relax? Uh,
Where does Cade, after everything that just happened, want to relax?
I guess back into the back where I was at the beginning.
Right here?
Yeah.
There you go. Next up is Jules. Jules, where is Juliet around this time? Because I'll say about this time is when you've been doing a couple things, but now you're finally free and able to mainly like doing chores essentially, but you're free now, so you can go do what you want to. Where does Jules go to? Where can we find Jules actually?
I'm going to be real with you, Kuri. I have no fucking idea. I might have been partially disassociated for the last hour.
Do you want to take a break this session?
I just don't know where to put Juliet at this point because I don't know.
You said you wanted to talk with Lex, yeah?
Does Lex want to talk after that?
Probably. Get his mind off of everything.
I'd say so.
Alright, because really it was just one of two choices. This is either Lex or Luca fucking being just like, alright, let's find out what's actually fucking wrong with you.
Go talk to Luca. See what happens. That motherfucker will look you dead in your soul.
You can grab Lex or Luca, whichever one you feel more comfortable with.
What if both?
Different scenes. Pick one first.
I know.
Two different. Yeah.
I know.
Grab him from the smokers lounge. Come on. You're gonna see one of your old friends fucking smoker. It's fine.
Like I haven't been able to see Smoker every single time we're on the fucking ship.
No, Lex specifically, Juliet would know is
Oh.
not one for vices. Aside from the obvious one.
Well, true. Okay. So yeah, no. Feels weird having Juliet find Lex right after Cayde did, though.
You can go to Luca first and give him some time.
Yeah, Juliet's going to go find Luca because she at least has the goal of, hey, you're the doctor.
Okay. You are right here with the others who everything's got plans. We will go over tonight, by the way. Just going to let y'all know that.
Okay.
So go ahead and
I'm
don't
going
tell me
to.
you can't move. Oh,
I should have just left it there and let you sweat.
I would have died. Okay. So imagine you got up, you've gone ahead and done some chores here. You know, still lugging around your keyblade in its form and still
Just holding
piling
it in her. Does she at least have a sheath for it at this
Oh
point?
yeah, no, full on. She got a sheath at one point, probably before the end of the last day, where it was just like, you're not lugging that around the ship that often, just here.
At least keep it on your fucking hip.
Yeah. So you go ahead and keep it in a hip mount.
Juliet apparently is going to be doing regardless of whether or not she's on the ship because, suddenly can't just summon the weapon out of nowhere.
You can't bamf it no more.
Which means no more throwing the keyblade either.
No, you can still throw it, it's just not gonna come back.
Yeah, that'd be the problem now, wouldn't it? But yeah, no, Juliet does her thing. She gets some food, she finishes her chores, and she just... After a little bit, she's just like... Okay, I just... She's going to Luca!
Okay, you go ahead and make your way to Luca.
Yeah, she goes over to the medical office and just... I'm assuming the door isn't locked?
No, it's wide open actually.
I'm sorry, I just looked in the chat.
You did you saw that too? Yeah, so you doors unlocked, wide open in fact, and you do see Molly kind of just sitting there sassily as Luca is more or less doing paperwork.
Yeah, Juliet's just leaning against the doorway, just sort of half in, looks at Luca, then just looks over at Molly and is just like, can I borrow him for a little bit?
Be my guest. And Luca just looks up, huh? What?
Yeah, no kidding. It's literally not even looking up, just goes, your weight is off.
Well, I mean, losing 2 feet will do that to you.
Notably, yes.
Hoping you'd be able to figure out exactly what the fuck happened, because all I've got is that I'm locked.
Looked. What the hell does that mean?
Juliet just does the most exaggerated shrug of, I don't fucking know, man!
Come here, come here. Sit, 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 sit. And
All right,
stands
okay.
up and like walks a little bit to the side and just sit, sit, sit.
I'm assuming sitting on the edge of the bed there, just like, yep. Juliet, for once, eye level with someone.
Actually, no. Luca is the small one, remember?
So is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
He's
tall
as-
is he
I think-
again?
He's as tall as Viv.
It's about
Isn't Viv
5-ish
6
feet.
foot or 5'11"?
5'11" or 5'10". I think I settled on 5'10".
2 inches.
It's 2 inches. You gotta save her. Otherwise, he will complain about it.
She is still more eye level with Luca than she's ever been in her life.
So, okay. This is, hey, you remember the checkups, don't you?
Vaguely, yes.
He's going to run through that again with you.
Boy.
He's going to check for height, which is given a rough estimate at first. He seems to remember that he's in a fully stocked medical bay for once in his goddamn existence. And then goes, I can just check this exactly. God, I love mom. And just and proceeds to like drag, like half drag, half push Jules around the medical bay just to get proper estimates and measurements and stuff like that. Makes a note of
Juliet.
height and weight and just checks pulse, checks hearing. How would she respond to like a hearing test after all the battles she's been through?
You mean just like general emotional response? Or just like what her actual hearing is?
Actual hearing.
Probably about the same level you would expect from someone who had been listening to really loud music, but no real hearing damage. Severe hearing damage, I should say.
So like tinnitus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He seems to make a note of something and then proceeds to check your range of motion. Like the same way that a doctor in a formal checkup would try and get you to do stretches, bending like maneuvers, stuff like that. How would
Okay.
you say her range of motion is?
Well,
After
she's still
everything.
got a fucking +10 to her dexterity, so.
No. How do you think she would respond to like her body being shorter, like changed? How would it affect her?
Well, it definitely throws off her, like, sense of reach, I suppose you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're that much taller, obviously you're going to have a lot longer reach, too.
Right.
So she probably, like, goes to grab something and ends up missing a little bit, just up. Or she goes to grab something, stops, and then leans forward.
He makes another note of something in complete silence after having been like guiding Jules and you like through the whole process of a range of motion test, testing where your gravity is centered, seeing how you comport yourself and everything like that. Proceeds to then turn around and take out a small stethoscope, like one of those like circle things. I'm pretty sure that's a stethoscope.
So then that hooks up to the ears, yes.
Yes. And proceeds to check pulse. How would you say it is currently? Is it racing? Is it resting? Is it slower than normal?
Oh, I'd say it would at least be at a resting rate, but I don't imagine it would have affected her heart rate any. Kuri?
Nope. You're biologically you're fine.
Okay.
He makes another note and then proceeds to lean back, look you in the eyes, and go, "How's your hearing?" With like it's one of those things of he just checked your hearing and he's asking you specifically how you feel about your current state of hearing.
Juliet does squint for a moment. It's just like, my hearing's fine.
Are you sure?
Why?
Well, you have a
I
bunch of voices in your head as far as I've noticed, so
I mean, they can't. As far as I know, it's just the one. Maybe I haven't heard another one for a while yet.
one is still not great. I'll tell you that much.
It's the voice I'm apparently supposed to be hearing with the whole Grandmaster thing.
They can just send a fucking letter. Anyway.
Do you expect them to do anything normally?
Julia, in your head, you hear rude.
She does snicker for a moment.
I am far more sophisticated than a fucking letter.
You wanna argue with the pirate? Sprite, you wanna argue with the pirate?
Can't
Can't
argue
hear
with
me,
the.
bitch.
Yeah, so all Luca's getting is Juliet just doubling over and giggles.
Let me guess, I've pissed off the voice in your head.
Offended, more likely, but yes.
Good. Get fucked. Anyway.
Points to Grandmasterhood if you kick him in the dick. And after a while, I'm joking.
Was it going to anyways?
But Luca, after a moment of silence, pulls over a rolling chair, sits down, and goes, "Why did everybody think you're locked?"
Can you say that one more time?
Why does everybody think you're locked?
Well, there is the. To be fair, it's mostly the voice saying that I'm locked. But, I mean, there's also the fact that, and she gestures to the sword at her hip, this is my keyblade.
Yes. And he taps the side of his hip that has the golden gun, which is its actual name, at his side and goes, "So's mine."
This isn't normally what happens. I'm normally able to desummon it.
Unfortunate. That doesn't mean you're locked. Locked is a very specific term.
Uh, look,
You're
there
going
was
to
also
listen to a voice in your head telling you, "Oh, you're this, you're that." Are you going to
considering
listen?
how I had to convince the voice in my head that I'm still me, because apparently there is something wrong with my light as well.
Skill issue, not my problem. I recognize people just fine. I feel like Luca is deliberately trying to get a rise out of whatever is happening, just
Yeah,
to see, just to see what happens.
Juliet,
Juliet is definitely looking like she just wants to lift her leg up and just bonk.
Juliet,
Just, yeah.
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
I told you at the beginning of this arc, incrementally, you would awaken pieces of yourself.
Well, that's a 30 on the wisdom save. I rolled a 17.
Your weapon glows. It glows almost as if it's trying to get a reaction out of you.
She fucking target spots the glow and then just she goes to pull it out of its holder, basically, to lay across her lap.
The moment you grab it and begin to draw it from its sheath, you hear that voice again. Are you worthy?
Is this a rhetorical question or?
Are you worthy?
I mean, yes.
Why?
I've gone through all of this hell and back to not to just be told I'm unworthy.
Are you worthy because you wish to be, or are you worthy because you have no other choice?
Fucking.
There
I
is no.
want
I
to
will
be
tell
worthy.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, as your DM, there is no right or wrong answer.
Yeah, no, it was the right or wrong answer that Juliet would give, basically, for me.
Okay.
But no, she just, I want to be worthy.
Prove it.
Still trying to pull the sword from its sheath.
You are able to pull it. There is one like you. There are many like you. Find the one who will help you enter your truth.
Wait, who's the one who's supposed to help me then?
Though you are locked, there is another who is equally locked, but they do not have a chance of redemption.
So what are you suggesting?
Trial by fire. I believe that you know your rage is a tool left unused. Use it.
Not sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now, like out of character. Just,
I will. Oh, hold on.
oh, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Like, is she being told to prove it right now?
If that is the way you interpret it, you can. If you want to give me insight check, you can try and like think your answer.
Insight
Well,
this bitch. That's a
okay.
that's, well, dirty. Right, yeah, I can't roll below a 10. Dirty 20.
Okay. You get immediately there is two people that come to mind. The first one is Luca. He just showed you he's locked, but he's not the same kind of locked you are. Second one is Smoker. He's locked. He can't desummon his Keyblade. It's always in the form of a cigarette. So those are the two people you know who are locked. But the voice did say one who cannot reach. God, fucking, what did I say the
Redemption.
exact sentence of?
Redemption. You use redemption.
One that cannot reach the road of redemption like you.
My brain is a little soup. Help the player out a bit.
Go to Smoker.
Okay, I had a feeling. Yeah.
Luca's just a guy.
Luca's a doctor. He's locked because he doesn't want to go forward. It's not something like he's adamantly like trying to figure a way out of or just like giving up hope on. It's just like, okay, it happened. Cool. If this is where it stops, this is where it stops. I'm a fucking doctor. Smoker is very much just like, this shit happened because I died.
Yeah, no, Juliet is going to take a moment and just like, all right, I know someone then. I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him.
Good. And then you are able to draw your sword.
In the meantime, what all had been happening on the outside?
Nothing. What happened was a very mental process, so it happened in the span of seconds, real world time.
Yeah, so Luca basically got to see Juliet suddenly grab her sword, stop, and then pull it out and lay it across her lap.
Hey, with a
And
42 insight, how's Luca looking at this situation?
Conversation happened here. Luca was
Something
not privy
happened.
to the conversation.
Touches the ground. Something happened here.
yeah, Juliet just ends up
Something
sitting
just
with
happened.
the sword in her lap, staring at the ground before looking at Luca. Is just like, well, I think I can make that voice count up to 2 now.
Do I need to get you fucking medicine? I can make medicine. I am actually that kind of doctor.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Please don't go insane on me. I already have my fucking siblings.
No promises.
No, you're
But
not
this was
allowed.
actually helpful, so.
No, you're not allowed to go insane. Please, I have enough for all of us, please. And Viv, Mom. But, you know, if you go insane, at least warn me ahead of time.
I'll try to.
Good. I have to. Looks directly at Molly and goes, I'm getting married.
Yes, you are.
Should I leave you 2 alone now?
I keep fucking forgetting. I don't know. I keep fucking forgetting.
Around that point, Molly walks up, just like not even like fully walks up, just kind of stands up, looks at you, puts a hand on your shoulder, Jules, and goes, "Come to us if you ever need some help. I am not a doctor, but I am a good person to vent to."
In the meantime, I feel like I should probably leave you 2 alone.
Okay.
I've got to go find Smoker anyways. And she just hops down from
He
the
walked
table.
to his office just a little bit ago.
How the fuck did I miss that?
You were kind of busy with a doctor's appointment, essentially.
Okay, point taken. Thanks for the checkup, Luca. This actually was a lot more useful than I was expecting.
Antagonizing yourself into doing something you don't want to do has proven very adamant in getting shit done. I've found that out myself. Have fun.
Take his advice with a grain of salt. He's a bit of a dumbass.
Hey,
I know his. I know Aaron. Trust me. She just fucking goes.
and then just looks at Molly and goes, "You didn't have to be that rude."
Honey,
Yes.
you were trying to start fights with something that's a disembodied voice in a person's head.
I can just use medicine to get rid of that. I'm good.
I'm pretty sure it was conscience. That's just you trying to start fights.
Yes, I'm anxious. All right.
He's
That's fair
getting
and valid.
married.
That's fair and valid, sweetheart.
By the way, does Smoker have his office closed?
It's closed in the sense of just like he closed the door, he did not lock it.
Yeah, no, so he gets a knock before Juliet pokes her head in and is just like, hey,
Yep.
got time to talk
What's
with me?
up? And you can
Uh,
see like he's got his like reading glasses on and he's like just like scribbling down on some papers.
well, I've actually got some questions to ask about the whole being locked thing.
How the fuck did you know it? I don't keep it a secret. What's up?
Out of character, I did not plan this far ahead.
Improv. It's okay.
Just like, well, are you somewhat caught up on what had happened before we got back to the ship?
You mean have I noticed the fact that your keyblade is currently on your hip? Yeah, I caught on. Oh, and the fact that you're 2 feet shorter.
Yeah, you think that would be the biggest thing people would notice.
Not really.
When I
Juliet,
used, yeah.
honey, you're adorable. I'm a walking corpse. The queen of an academy force is in another room. We have a pirate doctor. Your uncle, I know personally as a head magician, court magician. I've adopted so far one Saitos and my best friend's kid, who was also the nephew of my wife, which we're not getting into that semantics right now. Your brother, who is currently gloom infected, is in the room right next to us, resting up. And you look like you had a long day. We're not going to bring it up unless you want us to bring it up, honey.
Just want to know how to handle this, I guess. I don't even feel
Well,
my magic the same way it was.
yeah, being locked does that because the process of being locked is kind of like. Do you understand how Keyblades awaken?
Beyond that knowledge,
Say again?
little iffy on that.
The way a Keyblade awakens is it connects with your heart, your resolve, and your first Keyblade of heart. The three come together to formulate your true Keyblade, the true desire of your heart, the true end goal you feel. A lock is being stuck in the in between. One of the things wasn't there when it happened. For me, it was my heart. I had the resolve, I had the spirit, but, something ripped my actual heart out, so.
Yeah, that probably would do it.
Yeah. And, now that I don't have a nobody or heartless anymore, I'm kind of just a amalgamation of both. I can't ever achieve a true Keyblade of Heart. I'm stuck with this. And he pulls out his cigarette, just like waves it. Not actual smoke, clearly.
That
But,
actually does explain a few things.
oh, yeah. No, this. And he pulls out the cigarette again. This is just a fucking. Like, I'm not joking with you. This is a cap.
A cat.
Like, this. Yeah, this cat. He puts the cigarette down and holds up his hand as smoke begins to burn through his clothes, starting from his elbow up, and it basically engulfs his hand until it starts to form almost claw shaped. without the
Oh,
cap without the cap nearby, or if I intentionally turn it off, I more or less assume the form of a half-awakened monster. Because my true Keyblade, its form, and this is purely speculation, was actually supposed to be armament.
huh.
I didn't get to finish there, so kind of stuck halfway.
So if I can figure out what I was missing, then I should be able to fix this?
Yeah? But yours didn't happen like mine, so you should have a voice in your head, right?
Yeah, the voice actually was kind of what told me to come talk to you.
That voice is your Keyblade.
You fucking talk now?
No, not. Calm down. Not really. It's. How do I put it? It's not really your Keyblade per se. It's very much the two parts or one part that has already began to focus into that form. It's kind of like, you know how sirens will call out to the sea to, lure in sailors and whatnot into their depths, into their rocks.
Yeah.
They want the sailors to come there, to arrive to them, to be drawn to them. One or however many parts you've awakened is calling to your other parts it needs to finish.
Makes
So it's not
sense.
it's not really talking as much as it is possibly like your subconscious or something similar going like, hey, come here, we need to finish, hey, your 15-minute break ended an hour ago, kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does. Okay.
So what did it bring you here to ask of me?
Out of character, can you remind me?
Trial by fire.
Oh yeah. It mentioned something about a trial by fire. Now that I'm
Oh.
thinking about it, I hope it's not literally.
No, I actually can't cast any fire-based spells.
Good.
A trial by fire normally means, and like he just holds up his fist and pops one of his knuckles. A fight.
It wants
It
me to
wants you to
get into a
fight
fight.
me.
It,
Yeah. Do you want to fight me?
I mean, that's not something I'd really thought about before. Sure, you've done some stupid shit before, but I haven't actually wanted to fight you yet.
Take a seat. And he like motions over to the little chair right here as he starts to take a little bit, like he swivels a bit.
She
Trial by
goes,
fire can either mean a fight physically or grievances. Do you have any grievances with me?
trying to think if she does. I
Have I
don't
done
think.
anything to piss you off?
Not that I can particularly think of right now.
Is there anything I did that you didn't agree with?
Out of character, I genuinely cannot think of many interactions that Juliet and Smoker have had.
I don't think they've had many interactions, actually. That's why I'm kind of
Yeah,
improving with you back and forth.
yeah, no, Juliet does pause for a moment. It's just like, well, there was that time on the stadium world, arena world, that fucking place.
Yeah, when I made you for fight for entertainment.
Not to mention announcing our status to, like, the entire fucking world.
Oh, no, honey, that wasn't to the entire world. That was to the underground.
Cool, to the entire underground then.
Honey, Jules, I run the underground. Nobody's gonna know if I don't want them to know. And if anybody blabs, I'll be the first to know.
From that, I can't think of any other grievances I would have with you. So I guess it means an actual physical fight.
What are you angry about?
Do you want the long list or the short list?
He opens a portal about right here. Walk with me. And he walks in.
Yeah, she goes ahead and follows him in.
As you walk in, you are taken to a place that is you've never seen before, but it's a beautiful meadow with these twirl roundabout areas. Go ahead and see if you can move your token.
Yep. I'm good.
And he kind of starts walking towards this stone. What are you angry about?
Well, the whole situation for one, I guess, because, by this point, I should have been graduating from the academy. Then, fucking Ezekiel. Just fuck Ezekiel. I still think I still think he's the one who framed Tristan too.
Oh no, he did that. Yeah, that was him.
Of course he fucking did. Because of him, because of whatever shit he wanted to do, because he's just all high and mighty, Mr. I don't know. Fucking Morgana's bitch. Blight's bitch boy at this point. Hey, alliteration.
So you're mad at Blight and Ezekiel.
Yeah, well, yeah, for starters, honestly.
Because they did what? Killed your teacher? Framed your teacher? Got Arthur killed?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Why does that affect you?
What do you mean? Why does it affect me?
Ezekiel took out Arthur because he wanted the position of Grand Master. That's why he got taken out. And he got his wish. He was acting Grand Master for a short time until his bullshit was revealed. Blight wanted Tristan gone because, in her eyes, Tristan was the one thing that could fuck her up. So, Juliet, and at this point, if you make me a small insight check,
Okay.
followed by a wisdom save.
Well, that's a 24 for the insight and then 16 for the wisdom.
He's pushing you. He's pushing your buttons. And you don't know if you can actually hold on to him. So what part drags you in? What part of Blight killing Tristan drags you in? What part of Ezekiel ascending to his filth-covered throne drags you in? Because you're the victim?
Well, I sure as fuck didn't choose to be involved in all of this, and I actually cared about Tristan. He was
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why do you care about Tristan so much?
He was my teacher. He was one of the first people I knew at the academy. He was part of the reason why I survived when fucking Clarice or whatever the fuck her name was tried to kill my entire class. I hate that it didn't end up being the only time too.
Juliet.
What?
Make me a dex save. As you're ranting and unloading all this on him, you are able to back up as many squares as you feel safe from as he reels his arm back and you see a giant fist of smoke solidify and start swinging towards you.
Yeah, no,
you are within his range.
Yeah, she practically jumps back a good, 10 or 15 feet or so.
Those are excuses. Those are things that you handled already or were handled by the time they pissed you off. Why does Tristan matter to you?
Because why do I have to have a reason for him to matter?
I don't know. Seems like you need one. You're locked right now. Either your heart's not in it, your spirit's not in it, or you're drive isn't in it. So which one is it? Is it your drive, your spirit, or your heart? Which one's screaming at you to get a move on, to hurry up, to awaken? Why do you need to awaken?
Can Juliet take a moment to try and focus on why she wasn't able to awaken?
Yes, you may.
What do I need to roll for that then?
That would be a wisdom check.
Just a base wisdom check?
Yes, because at the moment he is supporting you and nagging you on, so he's negating the disadvantage he would give you normally. Because he's full on goading you, and I feel like Juliet's kind of fallen for
That's
it.
a 10. I don't have that high of a modifier on my wisdom compared to everything else.
You can't figure it out. You can't. It's not. He's not stopping to let you think. He's still going on. And then there's Arthur. You think you're the only one that was affected by his death? His grieving wife is back on the ship, begging my wife to bring him back. We got the needs. We just need his nobody, and we can bring him back. Then that's solved. So that's something you don't need to worry about.
You mean I don't need a... Will you just shut up for 5 seconds?
Make me.
Juliet doesn't fucking hesitate. She pulls out the sword and points it at Smoker and fires off a blizzard spell.
You've never fought Smoker before. It connects. And it clearly shows that it connects, as his shoulder is now kind of covered in ice. But he has not stopped staring at you as he just rolls his shoulder, clearing the ice off, and starts making his way towards you. So Arthur's handled. Tristan's dead for a reason. Everybody's got a reason somewhere. Some people are still figuring it out. Maybe that's the thing. You need to figure out why you give a shit. So why do you give a shit? At this point, he raises his hand and slams it on the ground as these spikes begin to... Damn it, Nini, stop it! As spikes of smoke begin to twirl out of the ground towards you. Make another dex save.
What is with my rolls today? That's a 24.
You move to the side. Can...
Just sidesteps.
So why the fuck do you give a shit that Tristan's dead? What happened there? Huh? I knew him better than you. So why are you angry?
Because
You cut out. Hold on. Say again.
well, I actually only got because he. That was all I was able to get out.
Because he what?
Because he was already like a dad to me.
Oh, congratulations. Your father figure's dead. That didn't stop me from doing anything. I'm like a father figure to some of you. Gray was a better father figure than Tristan was. Because I knew Gray personally. I knew him for a lot longer than I knew Tristan, and goddamn, I didn't need that time to tell the difference. Why are you mad about Tristan when Gray gave his life because you kids fucked up?
Because you think I'm not mad about Gray too? He died in my lap, Smoker. I tried to help him. I was the one who was supposed to be hit with that.
Then why, in your anger, are you not mad about that? Why, when I asked you a question, did you bring up Arthur? Did you bring up Tristan?
Because there's too fucking many people.
Make another
It's
wisdom
not
save.
just Tristan. It's not just Arthur. It's not just Gray. It's the fact that I lost all of my friends. I lost things at the time were all that I had ever known before I could even remember my own fucking family. Before I could remember that my brother was the one on the other side of this fight that we have to deal with.
Give me
You
another
think
wisdom save.
will 18 get something?
Get to that. That does get you something, but I'll explain what in a moment.
Okay.
You lost everybody?
There's well everybody, obviously, but I've still I still lost so many people, and just because I'm not mad at them at that very fucking second doesn't mean I'm not! Doesn't mean that it hurt me just as much as the rest of it! Arthur and Tristan were just two of the first people that actually took care of me! After I ended up at the academy not even fucking knowing who I was!
He summons a blade to his hand and starts making his way towards you. You have answer after answer after fucking answer. But I got one you don't have the answer to yet. And he raises it up and brings it down. What do you do?
He goes to block it.
With what? What do you block his smoke blade with?
He's doing it instinctively, so I'm not sure if it would be the sword or the wings, or actually both.
So you draw the sword, block it, and use your wings to keep you up. But just the force of just him connecting with your blade, you can tell why Simon was the powerhouse of the Ashen Trio. Because it is enough to start pushing you back just a little bit.
Juliet grits her teeth and starts pushing back at Simon.
It is like pushing against a wall that you don't know if you can move. Tell me, Jules. Why do you blame yourself?
A minute. Because I...
Rory was an idiot. He was gonna give his life. Doesn't matter for who. He was always ready to make that sacrifice. Arthur was a king. He had duties. He was ready to do what he had to do at a drop of a hat. Tristan
Why have to be
learned.
me? Why'd they have to give up just to make sure that I was one of the people still alive?
Still not getting it. You're not what's special in it. The world don't revolve around you, Jules. They were big people before you. They had dreams. They weren't protecting you. They were protecting their dreams. You may have helped them get closer to that dream, but that does not change the fact that you were not at fault. You were not the reason they would have made those sacrifices.
Juliet goes to shove at him and take a swing.
So you push back, and your blade shines and begins to grow as it splits in the middle, and that laser comes back again, the hilt unfurling its wings, and you push him back. You don't get it.
Just because I am mad. She just sort of deflates after a moment. I know I wasn't the only one that they were protecting. But that doesn't mean I can't be any less mad or hurt or wishing that I could have done something more to make sure that they could have come back. Because it wasn't just me. Arthur still had Lex and Raina. Kristen still had Willow. Gray still obviously had so many people. But every time I have had someone die, it has always been to make sure for some fucking reason that I was the one still alive. It was that way with Briar, it was that way with Tristan, and Arthur fucking died just to send us a message.
Except Gray's not really dead. He's a ghoul watching over his son. We can bring Arthur back, and you're Tristan's daughter. He lives on through you. Your deaths don't need to weigh you down, Jules. Death should never weigh anyone down. Take that from someone who has died. It's not a curse. It hurts, yeah, and sometimes it never stops hurting. And I don't just mean physical pain, I mean emotional. In your very being, it will hurt that somebody died for you. You cannot use their death to hold you back when you're the reason they saw their dreams come to completion. You're doing it without even realizing it. You're binding yourself down, chaining yourself up, making it to where you don't even admit you have control while you're trying to redeem yourself. You don't need to be redeemed. You did nothing wrong. You were kids at the start of this, and you have not been able to enjoy being a kid. It's not your fault. That's not anyone's fault, but the world's. But Blight's.
Don't plan to let either of them continue to do this. You know that, right?
If you don't try, I will. My best friend's dead, and I wake up to my son looking just like him every day. That hurts a fuck ton. But he's not gone. He's watching over his kids. He's not here anymore, but he's not gone. Arthur was a good friend of my son, Lex. So many people that you have lost, I know fully well how that loss feels. And I'm only connected to one of them. Seeing the way their deaths impact people. You need to decide, Juliet. Where does your heart lie? Wallowing in the sorrow of, it was your fault, I should have done this better, I could have been better, I could have healed them? Or are you going to redeem yourself and show them that their dreams can come to fruition? That they can enjoy the lives they set out to make of the world? That is something only you can answer. And I hope you can answer it soon. Take your time, kid. You're not alone.
I know. Thanks, Smoker.
You're welcome.
I just feel tired now.
Yeah, go take a look. Take a little bit of a rest. And he opens the portal again.
Juliet goes ahead and takes a step through.
Jules,
Yeah?
you make them proud.
I plan to. Fucking gets back and immediately looks for Jet. Just all right. Where's the boyfriend?
Hold on, I need to before continuing. Hold on.
I need to put myself back somewhere.
No, I'm just letting Gwen know the loud noises have stopped. Sorry about
Alright.
that, Gwen. I did not expect it to get that loud. That was
Sorry.
yeah.
I did not expect to get that loud either.
You
Oops.
okay? Jules, go ahead and
As long
okay.
as we're all good.
When you do see the recording of this, Gwen, though, it is going to be very much Smoker was an asshole, but he does feel bad about it.
Asshole Juliet got very emotional. My throat might feel a little rough at this moment. It
He was
wasn't.
doing it. He was like intentionally. I even said it. He's intentionally egging you on, but he's trying to support you. So it's just a dead roll.
I have water, don't worry. It was just very raw on top
Oh
of
yeah.
loud.
Hey, do you want to do a silly
We-
thing?
Oh, sure. Juliet is currently searching for comfort, so
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna offer Aaron being ridiculous.
yes, give Aaron being ridiculous. After those two scenes, we need a little bit of silly.
Oh yes, please. I need to go get some water for myself, actually, and rest my throat because trying to keep up a southern accent with a deep a tone as Smoker's voice while getting loud was very difficult.
I can imagine, yeah. Either way, have Aaron be a silly.
Well, I need Gerald over here.
Unfortunate.
Gerald's being bullied.
All
What
right.
do I
In
need to
which
do?
case, you got your water already, Kuri?
Yeah, it's just across my room.
I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting you keep that fucking thing over there,
Yeah, it's so I don't have to leave anymore.
which is fair.
So,
Either way,
Where do you want?
so are we gonna get where Jet is so you can cuddle with the boyfriend?
Oh, actually, if you guys want to take a quick pause, we do need to have Jet and Julius. We can say that it happened while Jules was sort of. If you guys are gonna like bring Jet into this, it does need to have a Jet and Julius thing because that is a solo quick moment that Jet requested.
all right. In which case, I will just have Juliet want. Juliet looks for her uncle instead.
I was gonna say you could
Supportive.
have like while they were in the other place because that had to take that probably took some time with their talk and like the actual fight itself.
Yeah.
Jet, are you good, hon? I know that last bit kind of got to you.
Gently pats the Jet.
I can
Jet
be
got to
silly.
see. Jet got to see some of the baggage that Juliet has been carrying for the last 6 years.
Jet, hon, do you want to save the Julius thing for another time? Yeah, we'll save that for another time. Go ahead and put Jet on the map real quick. Same for Aaron.
Yeah, we can do the sillies, especially considering how it's now 9 my time, 10 everyone else's time.
Yeah, we got like 30 minutes to an hour left in the session.
Enough time for some sillies to close
Yeah.
it out.
And then we'll jump up next session with the others.
Yeah.
And then the world choice that I gave you guys tonight.
Juliet just going over to where Jet is, immediately slumps down into his lap.
So, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little bit of background as to why Aaron is sitting in front of Gerald.
Go for it.
So I think the last night, right after having the fucking battle therapy with Viv and Smoke, was a restless one. Going in and out of sleep until not really being able to move because two worried partners, after having been gone for probably upwards of 3 hours with Viv and Smoke, and then coming back mana exhausted, was probably not the best conducive wise to making someone not concerned. So I think Aaron spent a good portion of the night writing down notes on how to essentially making a shadow work journal, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
And just trying to figure out where the anger is. And it was exhausting. And I don't think they got much sleep. Enough to not be even more exhausted, but with PTSD, you know how it is. And eventually, after getting breakfast, after getting a drink, probably water more than tea or coffee because of probably having been quietly crying and trying not to wake up the partners, probably failing miserably, and having just been dragged into a cuddle session shortly after finishing a portion of the shadow work journal. It just ends up near Gerald with the most exhausted look on their face and going, "What the fuck?"
Good morning to you too.
No, no, no. What the fuck?
Whatever do you mean?
You look like shit, my dude.
Smoker punched me without holding back.
Ouch. At least you didn't look as bad as the others when I got a hold of them. Aha! Anyway,
Vivian had to focus to heal me.
that's unfortunate. Maybe you shouldn't have done something.
Yeah, fair.
That that's not the point of me being over here though.
Yeah. What is the point?
Have you heard from Rose? Perchance?
Rose, the dead girl.
That's a no, that's what that is. Understood. I'm not going to ask about Peter because I watched him die twice.
You have so much trauma, don't you?
Oh, absolutely! You're just now catching on. I'm the one who didn't fucking finish the knock, you dumb shit. I'm always paranoid. That knock is always on for me.
Well, haunting as that is, I did hear from Rose's call sign.
No?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Last I heard, or last the call sign read anyway, soldier was moving towards a jungled area.
Word. Oh god, not again. Just the immediate going from, oh, okay, no, not again. Please.
Beg your pardon?
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
No, it's alright. I don't. It's none of your concern. I want you to relax.
Just to be sure, Juliet and Jet are present for this conversation, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, no, Aaron's just going to hear Juliet from the corner go, he's not going to let it go that easily.
I'm in hell. It's fine.
Yes, you are.
I'm always in hell. It's where I get all
And
the
who
dead
put
spirit friends. Aha! I hate
You're
it.
just making you were just making him more concerned.
It's my job to be concerning.
You're doing it too good of a job at that.
Just the immediate thumbs up.
Do worse.
No, I am a perfectionist.
Aaron, I
I'm gonna ask
swear.
I'm gonna ask a question, and I want the genuine, honest answer.
Okay.
Is the dead girl alive?
That is a question I don't have the answer to.
Juliet just lifting a hand, just like she's alive the same way Julius is.
That's also incorrect.
Closest
Uh,
we've got.
you. One of these
Listen,
days.
I would be all right if she just was mad at me, but apparently she's not, which is worse, and it feels bad. But it's okay. It's not going to last for very long. She's going to be fucking pissed at me in a little bit here. I fully expect to get fucking punched. It's all right. Wow, I am
By
swearing a
who?
lot.
Yeah, I feel like you. Did you have combat therapy?
Yes.
Is that what they
Uh,
call it?
yeah, it's something that Simon used to do back at the kingdom. He'd basically get angry, need to cool off, and he'd find the nearest commanding officer and more or less beat the shit out of him while venting his anger.
Well, I beat the shit out of the others. I think it's a blur, and I don't remember very much of it.
I don't think.
He's an asshole when he does that.
No, I just don't remember. I'm pretty sure I went. Woo!
Oh no, Smoker's an asshole.
Yeah, I know. I went. My brain was not all there. I don't think I was there at all.
Important question. Did you fight him or did you fight Vivian?
Yes,
Okay. You don't know. Got it.
just the thumbs up. I don't. Yay!
Uh,
Nice that
I'm
he's already getting things
I'm
down with you.
so fucking tired. I want to drink, but I'm not allowed to because the age limit for drinking is happiness.
that's not true at fucking all, and I'm the living definition of it.
No, no, no,
Viv
it
and
is.
it it really is.
Oh, is
Don't.
it a home rule? House rule? Something like that?
Yes,
Unfortunately.
my dad. Just the immediate
Who's your
melt
dad?
emoji of just my dad.
Oh, you're bad. Okay, got it, got it.
No, no, no. My dad specifically said no drinking unless you're happy because apparently drinking while you're sad or angry is a bad idea.
What? Your dad's a dumbass.
Yes, I know.
What next? He's abusive.
The other one is.
What?
You set yourself up for that one.
Oh, no, we're not. What? Why'd you say that so calmly?
Because I just realized it. I was trying to make an excuse to just makes a hand gesture for a little bit, just trying to explain like, oh, he's all right. He means well. No, he doesn't. He's an asshole.
To be
You
fair, I tried to do that with my dad, and you guys shot that down just as quickly, so I don't know why we wouldn't be shooting down the just and she just flops her head back down.
My dad, my fuck off. My father, father, capital F, further, like further from father. Ha. Anyway, the point
Emphasis on the
being,
capital F for fucking
fuck fuck off. Points directly
no.
at points directly at Jules. Fuck off.
Juliet points it directly back. No.
And then just looks back at Gerald and goes, he's my father put a curse on me not to talk about our family issues for a little while there. Half of my life, I think? Yes, that sounds about right.
So I'm going to break it down into details how that's not going to happen again.
Yeah. That's generally the consensus when it comes to my father. I'm pretty sure if my dad was around, he'd fucking sock the guy in the mouth.
I'm pretty sure he's going to try regardless.
Oh yes, Gray is very determined about that. Yes.
But I thought Gray was dead.
Moving
And Juliet
on.
Juliet
No.
does it off to the side. Juliet's small hand waggle.
He's
One of these
dead.
days I'm going to ask.
He's dead, and I didn't get to say goodbye. It's fine.
You got issues.
I do. Thank you for noticing. Cayde looks directly at Cade from across the way.
Wait, what?
Jesus.
Cade, do you want to play poker?
No.
Why
Are
is
you
Kate
okay?
so base boosted?
Yeah, why is Kate so base boosted? Did he suddenly decide to eat the microphone?
No, I'm holding it the same way I always was.
Oh, he suddenly got quiet again.
Yeah, it's
It
just
was
how
Discord. Got it.
No, it's just how I'm talking right now.
No, that for a little bit it was suddenly like the microphone actually was inside your mouth.
Anyways,
Okay, no poker. I think we're all having a rough time for some reason.
No, you're just not getting out of whatever you're doing.
Fuck you, dude.
wow,
Nice one, Kate.
I thought you weren't supposed to be able to be easy to read. Someone just read you like a book. Hey Gwen, do me a favor real quick. Go ahead and put your token wherever you want it to be. Okay. Just so it's not, just there floating in space. You know?
What do you
Would
mean
be the
getting
first
out
time.
of this? I'm not getting out of anything. I've been brutally honest. No one's just fucking asked questions of me, you know? I've been
Can I
here.
I'll ask you a question.
Alright.
Are you good?
No.
Didn't think so.
Now
Question
why'd you
asked,
ask?
question answered. Spite.
Fair.
To be fair, it's hard to be good when you died.
What?
That is true. That is very true.
Oh, here we go.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't know that Juliet has died yet, does he?
It is not.
Yeah.
What the fuck you mean? It's hard to be alright when you died. You died?
Yes.
Buddy, most of the people
Okay.
on this ship have.
Okay, but Jules didn't.
Funny story about that, Uncle.
He stands up. Simon.
No. Don't you dare. No. I'm still talking to you. Get over here.
I just want to take a little bit of time and have a word with him.
Are you gonna have a word? A real word?
Uncle,
I imagine I would. Yes.
please don't start a fight with him.
I'm not starting a fight with him.
Please don't finish a fight with him.
I don't think how would I finish a fight? I'm not starting a fight with him.
I
Don't.
know our family, Uncle. Oh, there goes Simon. fucking leaving.
Goodbye. Meow.
He's going to go check on his kids. He finished his paperwork.
But yeah, no, it's just Juliet just like, look, it's fine. I got better, obviously.
Aaron is going to stand up, go over here, and like go, well, if you're going to go hassle Simon, then you're welcome to. I, however, am going to go apologize in brief to Her Majesty. So, ta.
I, she's thinking a little right now.
No? Why so?
Somehow we had a talk.
You had a talk?
Yes,
Unfortunate. That usually involves
really.
being roasted alive.
There's no way he would, insult, basic nobility, would he?
Yes, I'm nobility. He does it to me all the time.
Yeah, but you're a Saitos. You're nobility.
Rude. But fair.
Wow.
You
I
don't get.
fucking serve directly under the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Your point?
I am fully aware of who is and who is not direct royalty and who's nobility.
So do I. Not that special.
I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna go lay down. Today's just not my day.
Have fun.
You know,
Yeah.
we could totally. Juliet is saying this, Kate, just like, we could totally blow his mind by telling him about us technically being siblings too.
Yeah, you could. It'd be fun. But leave that one in the chamber
Next
for
time.
later. Yeah.
The door opens. Hey, why did Uncle just wander into the room, basically on the verge of tears?
We told him about some of the shit we've been through.
And like Julius hops up on the table. Did you fuck with his head?
A little bit.
Did Cayde insult him?
Definitely.
Nice.
Aaron's going to walk out and just say, I'm going to be right back. Just walk out. No explanation. Just bye. Aaron
That
doesn't
just
have
happened.
any social tact whatsoever, so Cade's warning of like fucking
Can
Nini.
I insight to see that they wouldn't do that?
Juliet's
Okay.
just going back to being slumped across Jet Slap, just like, alright.
Okay, so go ahead and give me insight versus deception.
It's not deception. It's open. Aaron has said where they're going.
Then what is the then what is the story? Then what are you contesting this with, or are you going to contest it?
I'm not.
Nobody's
Then
contesting anything. I
wonderful.
don't think. Is Kate contesting something?
He's
No.
inciting.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that since there's technically nothing for him to DC me, yeah, you auto get it, brother.
Okay, cool. Before they make it to the door, I'll just put a portal right next to the door. Not that door. The one.
The literally the one in front of the rec
This
room.
door?
Yeah.
And where are you putting the other portal?
Where I am. So I can just. No.
Okay. So Aaron,
Yes.
you God damn it, Kate get me doing it too. You fully see the open portal with sassy Cade on the other end, just basically looking. If he's like looking into the portal, he fully staring at you.
What do you want? Can I just talk to her?
You and I neither of us have good social cues, but I have enough to say I think she needs time to think about how I roasted her.
Okay. And steps through the portal and just hops back over. And just, you make good points whether you like it or not. I just truly just say shit sometimes. Also, Julius,
Yup.
just storms over and, like, specifically stands in front of him, hands on hips, and goes, "You owe me a hug. You douchebag.
I fucking do?
You do."
Oh, nice. And then just grabs you, pulls you into a hug. No difficulty.
I love how it's just an immediate thing that despite Aaron having gotten stronger recently, it's just, you are still a ragdoll. Have fun.
Yoink.
You can be as strong as you want, but the power of family is much stronger.
Yeah.
But
And
stronger?
I
so,
didn't fuck that sentence up.
That's what I heard.
I said much stronger.
Oh, okay.
I will say I also heard the much part.
That's on me.
Okay.
Julius is
You
being slightly lifted off the ground. Of just, hug. Time to hug. Aaron has missed the little dude. Little guy. Just a little dude.
Little dude. I can imagine that Julius has probably been glaring in the general direction of Juliet and Jet right now, too.
what? No. Yeah. Openly.
Juliet giving absolutely no fucks. She is tired. Let her have this time with her partner.
It's a very begrudging thing. Just like,
Aaron is going to try and drag Julius over to one of the couches and just hold on to him. Drag. Come here.
give me a strength check.
Oh, Jesus. Please be nice to me.
Can I assist by having Julius distracted?
Hold on. Let's do that strength check.
Just a flat strength check?
Just a flat strength check, my man. Come on. What's up, ragdoll? Yeah, no, you pull him. He's kind of like tiptoeing with you, but you do pull him.
He weighs less than a bowl of grapes.
Aaron does not want to let go of Julius. The grave cleric has gotten attached to too many dead people. They can't be saved. Rip. Rip to you, but I'm different.
At least with
Okay.
Julius, he's not going to be a dead one. I say that out of character, by the way.
Good.
Juliet is not actually going to be yelling that from the couch.
Okay. With this, anybody have anything they want to do?
I mean, unless we want to make the decision before we actually end the session, but for the world, I mean.
I will
I
say,
think Gwen and a couple of other little scenes should happen in the next session before we decide.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I do have some things I want to try with Gwen, like interaction wise, and we still have the thing with Jet that's
Yeah.
planned before we do that, before we head out. So with that, yeah. For now, that is the end of today's session. How did you all enjoy it?
Would you like me to end the recording?
Yes, please.